Hey guys, so I'm actually back here at this job. It's a week over what I initially said it was going to be, but it has been hot. And then the days that it's been pretty cool, it's been really humid. So right now it's 78 degrees, not too bad. It's got a nice cool breeze. So grass is starting to get overgrown again, so I'm going to cut the grass for them as well. And then get to work. This time I will do before and after photos.
Or so I thought.
So, here we go.
So as I'm sitting here trying to do voiceovers, this is like my fifth take because I'm trying to think of what to really even talk about during all this. I mean, there's some obvious things like, oh yeah, I'm trimming the overgrown grass between the cracks, and then a cat just ran out from in front of that car. So I really don't even know what to even talk about. One thing that I know I can talk about is after all this happened, I took my daughter out on a bike ride, and I didn't even realize how many yards are actually pretty overgrown in my neighborhood. I know one yard, a few blocks over, we had a really bad storm come through, and it knocked down a pretty tall tree. I would say 50-foot tree. A bunch of the limbs came down, and I think that's why they haven't even cut it, because they never even got the limbs taken care of. But it also looks like it may have just sold too, because when we rode past there, there was a bunch of cabinets and stuff, like the house was just demoed out. So I don't know, maybe that could be the next video, is taking care of that. I've been thinking about hiring my daughter to follow me around when I'm doing these videos, because you can see me in the back there, but this is really not interesting of a shot right now. But I am back there, and I also cut out when I go all the way in the back, because you're just staring at a car in an open yard. So I know in the last video I talked about how, I would love for this to be my job. And why do I walk like that? I know this isn't fast speed, but man, I walk weird. Anyway, but I said I wanted to make this a job, to be able to help people and stuff like that. And as I was talking to my wife about it, she was like, you kind of can, make this a business and charge some yards, like if they want service, and go around and try to help people that can't afford service. And yeah, I think that was a good idea. So I kind of took it and twisted it, and I'm actually doing my pressure washer business. I like doing yard work, but I really don't want to make that a job. I like pressure washing, so that's what I decided to do. And I don't know why. I just, pressure washing gives me a instant gratification, and yard work can too. I don't know, just for some reason when I think of doing yard work as a job, I'm like, nah, I can't do that. But when I think of pressure washing, like, I don't know, it gives me a sense of happiness. So with that, then, I can still do this type of work, trying to help people out, and, also make money on my regular job. And actually, what I was going to do after I finished this all up was I was actually going to pressure wash the driveway and the sidewalks, because obviously you can see here, I mean, it does need it pretty bad, especially since all that grass was overgrown on it. So with this shot, like I said in my last video, you can see I have to duck down there, see if we can get underneath that tree, and a lot of people are always having troubles when they're trying to walk down this sidewalk, because that thing hangs pretty low. It's funny because the neighbor's tree there, if you can see the left side, that goes straight across the sidewalk. So I talked to him after he came home, and I was like, hey man, if you need some help with that tree, let me know. And he was like, yeah, I've been wanting to move that out of the way. A lot of people walk in our neighborhood, and there's a lot of kids on bikes and everything like that. And I know this corner here, you can see in the beginning of that video, there are so many cars that come down there throughout the entire day, and a lot of people, like, they go off the sidewalk there because of all the trees in the way and everything. So it'd be nice to give some people a clear path to be able to be safe around that corner while they're walking. And yes, before anybody asks, are you using a sawzall to cut down these branches? Yes, I am. I don't have a chainsaw because I never needed one. We don't have any trees in my backyard or in the front yard. The previous owner, I'm pretty sure, took them all out. So I'm just using what I can. And it's working. So, I mean, I can't really complain. It did dull up my blade, but I can go get a new blade. It's not that big of a deal. I really did want to come at a different time and with a chainsaw and actually cut a lot more of these more towards the stump, because a lot of these I cut on the outsides just so I can get enough out of the way of the sidewalk. Plus that back side of the tree is completely dead. Those vines have been there for a very long time, because I mean it goes all the way up to the top of the tree and wraps up there. I actually, at one point, you'll see here, I used the edger attachment to kind of just skim the bottom of everything to cut it all up so I can get it out of there. And what I was going to do was, when I cut the grass, I was just going to mow it down so that the sticks and everything weren't sticking up. And I feel like I'm just kind of giving this away continuously every time I say what I was going to do, what I was going to do. But then again, the title's going to kind of give it away as well. I straight struggled with this branch right here, this one right here, because the other one just broke right off with no issues. This one, I guess, had a little life left, and I was like, no, I guess I'll give up on it. I'll just deal with it for now. My Sawzall battery died, so it was either cut it by hand or just let it go. And at this point, I was sweating like a dog, you can see. And it really wasn't even that hot out. I mean, it was a little humid, but it really wasn't that bad. Not as bad as it's been for the past week. Man, cutting down those few branches and the vines that grew up there made a huge difference in that area. So you guys will see me, well, you guys haven't seen me pull all this stuff to the back. There's like this back section in their yard where I can see there was previous branches there, because right to the right of this tree there's a complete dead tree. So it looks like they've been putting branches and stuff back there as it falls off. And what I was going to do, there it is again, what I was going to do was come back and cut it all up into little pieces, and I was going to try to find a company that would help me get it out of there, or whatever, probably pay a small fee, but whatever, just so I can get all that stuff out of there to get the back area cleaned up too. I don't know what in the world happened to my lawnmower, but she starts smoking like crazy here in a second. I didn't tilt her over or anything. I mean, I picked her straight up, put her in the car. Maybe some oil got into the cylinder, I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't know. She smokes like crazy and then all of a sudden stops smoking. But the reason why I was cutting this area first, and I mentioned this later in the video, is they have 2 cars in the driveway, so I was figuring I was gonna mow this little section here so that they can move the cars, and then I wouldn't have to worry about them keep moving them back and forth. Man, that thing is smoking. But again, she stops. A little later you'll see. Anybody who does voiceovers, do you realize that, like, when you do that, sometimes you go blank and just stumble all over your words? I mean, I normally do that normally anyway, but see, I normally do that normally. I do that normally anyway, but it seems like when I'm doing these voiceovers, like, it's way worse. And instead of just keep editing them out, I'm just gonna let them stay as they are. Alright, so here you guys go. This is what you've been waiting for. See what happened.
Alright, well, I wasn't really expecting this. So I was gonna sit here and do the here we go. I was gonna sit here and do the driveway, but as you can see, they have cars in there and it's all messy and stuff underneath here. So I went to go knock on a door and asked them, hey, can you move the car so I can get this finished? And I guess the husband answered this time instead of the wife, and I said, hey, you know, I was here last time, I helped cut your grass. I'm trying to finish it up, but I just need the cars moved because I know you know I don't want to hurt the cars, damage the cars. And he said, we're just renting, so we don't even need this, so don't even bother. Well, I already weed eated and did a bunch of work, so I don't know if I should just finish it up or just let it go. I think I'm going to, I guess, just let it go. I really don't know what to do. I already finished, whoa, here we go, this spot here, because I was gonna have them move their cars there. And as you can see, I worked on the tree and we weeded most of it and edged most of it. I don't know. I don't really know what to do at this point. I guess I'm gonna start cleaning up my stuff here. So that was pretty interesting. Wow. Okay. That was pretty interesting. I don't know. He wasn't being mean about it or anything. He wasn't like, so.
Why do my bottom teeth look so white here?
Then get off my property. And I don't know what his reasoning for it is. Whatever it is, what it is. I tried to clean up as much as I could. And as I was cleaning up, his son kept walking outside, staring at me, going in the house, walking outside, staring at me, and then walking back in the house. So I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna clean up what I can and just get out of here. I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable or anything. But I guess it is what it is. Let me know. I know there's like a few channels out there that do free yards and stuff like that. Let me know if you've ever had that happen to you. I'm really curious to know because I don't know. It's interesting. But until next time, guys, see ya.